Big Kirk 916, positivity, motivation. Never settle for average, man. Lacing you guys up, giving you the game, man. Trying to get you to see the bigger picture. And sometimes a message might seem a bit harsh, but everything is not going to be solved and padded in life. It's not, man. That's just how it is. You know, you can't react to everything you go through in life thinking that, oh man, I'm gonna get back at you, I'm gonna get even. When you get a spanking from your mom or your dad, you're not gonna take out vengeance on them. It's just, that's discipline. I mean, if it's not, you know, I'm not saying that you're just getting beat, but I'm saying when you do something wrong, you get smacked upside your butt or your head, that's, you know, hey, you messed up, man. That's life. But a lot of you guys don't want to hear that, so you're just like, you know, oh man, I'm gonna get this person, I hate this person, because you don't want to be told anything unless it's something you want to do. It doesn't work like that, man. If somebody doesn't tell you, then the lesson you learn is going to be worse than had you listened. I remember being in school and my homie was telling me this, man. He was like, apart from, he was talking about going to school, right? And he said, remember the aptitude test you took in elementary school and public school system? It was to figure out how many prisons to build in the future, mainly for the poor minorities who based their test scores were determined of how much the propensity to go to prison based on their ignorance and potential for learning. Did you catch that? They were saying the test scores determined how many prisons to build in the future, mainly for poor minorities who they based their test scores on their propensity to go to prison based on ignorance and their inability to learn. These people got this shit down to a science for you guys, man. I'm telling you, it got it down to a science. And you know why that's so true, what my homeboy told me in regards to that comment right there? Because when you go to prison or jail, you know what the biggest thing in there is? To help people get their GED. You know how many people in prison that don't have a GED? Now, I'm not saying a GED is gonna make or break you as far as it says that, hey man, you wouldn't be here if you had one, but they know lack of education is a part of your ability to make wise decisions. It goes hand in hand. The more educated you are, the less likely you are to commit crimes of a violent nature, of just in general, because your moral belief system changes. I'm not saying people who are highly educated don't commit crimes, because they do all the time. I mean, the people, a lot of them who run this country are criminals. Educated criminals, powerful criminals, criminals who are calling the shots, that come from families with a lot of wealth. So I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm saying for you people who were not privileged to have those families who can get you out of situations, that they know that the less they can educate you, the more wild they can have you in the streets, the easier it will be to lock that ass up. It's like the whole trick bag of, oh man, we'll keep letting you out, just keep committing crimes. The more and more, they're like, wow, these guys don't stop. If we keep letting them out, they're gonna keep doing it over and over again. They're not gonna get out and be like, you know what, I got caught, I should stop. No, I got caught, I didn't go to jail. Basically, I got away with it. Let's do it again. And they're just adding it up. They're just adding up the counts. It's a trick bag, man. You know, see, it's a trick bag. The principal is the warden. Teachers are the COs. The structure of the school system is based on bells and cell-like classrooms, which tell you when and where you can go if you can go. You need a hall pass to go take a pee or a poop. Small lockers like prison for your state-owned property of school books that are all lies and misinforming kids. Hall monitors, kids trained to be snitches, and detention after school. Shoot, all to condition our kids into normalizing prisons for economic benefit. The homie's a genius, man. He broke all that shit down. Did you hear what I was just saying? Did you pay attention to that? Look, the principal is like the warden. Teachers are the COs. The structure of the school system is based on bells, and cell is like a classroom, which tell you when and where to go and if you can go. See, in prison, they have it movements, just like classrooms, movements, every hour. Bell goes off, it's a movement. They open a thing, movement time. You need a hall pass to go take a pee or a poop. Small lockers, like in prison for your stay-at-home property, because they have small lockers. Prison, they have lockers. You put all your stuff in there, your top ramen, your extra clothes, whatever, zooms and wham-rams, your hygiene. School books are all lies and misinforming. All lies. I didn't read my first real books till I got to prison, which broke down a lot of stuff, man, that I wish I would have been taught before I went to prison. And you have detention, after school detention, just like going to the shoe, you get punished. All condition our kids into normalizing prisons for economic benefits. See, the prison, these cash prisons, they need to keep them full. You think they really want to have it prison reform? Dude, they throw some programs, here and there. Hopefully, some people can take advantage of it, but they know that for the most part, most of you guys are set up to somehow commit an act along your path of life because you've been programmed, which will send you to prison, which will mean a return on investment. Cash prisons, CCA, Whack and Hut, these guys, it's paid prisons, man. Privatized, making big money, going there and they got the bullshit Big Five, Nikes up in there, New Balance running around up in there, being all you could be. Most of the guys in there, they don't even know what laws they pled guilty to. They don't even understand they don't even know what a statute is. They don't even know what a code is. And here you are in there, you were a gangster on the street and you get caught up in this system and you basically become a subservient slave. But you chose that. You chose it. You made bad choices. Not to say that you chose it intentionally, but because of what you were steered towards, it was easy for you to fall into that cycle. But a lot of people don't analyze it, man. My homie, he did time too, and he broke this shit down. And when you analyze, you're like, wow. And if you don't go to prison by, your actions and your low aptitude test and your programming, you go work for somebody, make them a bunch of money, be a slave to them, maybe get your 2 weeks vacation a year, maybe get a bonus, maybe have a health plan, a retirement that they invest for you, but it gets milked whenever they have one of these pandemics or something. They lose a bunch of money because the stock market tumbles and your investment, your retirement tumbles with it. But you just go along with it and you get old and, hopefully your kids do a little better than you did. And it's a cycle, man. It's the same cycle over and over again. You never get out of it. Not unless you start really planning and making moves that, they don't teach you. Setting up Roth IRA accounts, investing in blue chip stocks, starting a business, selling that business, making money, doing things, getting around people making money. If you don't get around that, then you'll never know the game. You'll be one of those people living that cycle. Have a house, pass it down to your kids end up selling it, they start over again, and the cycle starts over again. Same cycle, man. Those people never get out of that. They never come up as far as bust through the bubble. And they know it. So you go to schools over here, and then when you see why they say, oh, you got to live in this neighborhood to go to this school or on this street, or you got to have proof of residency, because they know that some of those schools are teaching a different curriculum. And even if it's a curriculum similar to the public schools, there's some outside influence that's getting a little extra bump. So those kids are getting exposed to a different type of upbringing, a different type of game, different type of knowledge. People, if you don't ever travel, if you've never been in different if you never, what I call, infiltrated the other cultures, the other side, you have no idea what they're talking about over there. You never spent the money to go on these places where these rich vacation and these people hang out and you hear the conversations, you would never believe it. It's a game, bro. It's a cold game, economic game, man. I try to lace you up on it, man, but a lot of you guys look at me, oh, man, Big Herc, he's always talking that shit, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, he don't care about, he wants to be white. Oh, man, he's a sellout, this and that. Because I'm not doing what's, whatever you guys consider to be real shit. I've done it already. Done more than most of you guys ever do. I'm glad I'm just here to talk about it in a positive sense to help people. That's the game, though, bro. Listen to this video a few times, man. You'll pick up a lot of stuff. But if you ain't ever, like I said, if you haven't really infiltrated that other side, seen what they're talking about, what they're doing, how it gets down over there, you have no clue, man, how these people are really living their life and how shit is going down at that next level. I'm just putting you up on game, bro. Big Herc 916.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.
Never settle for average has always been my motto in life. So I've been fortunate enough to get together with the brand NSFA and become a brand ambassador, because there's no room for mediocrity in life. So whether you're out here and you're an athlete, you're in entertainment, you're a business person, represent and pick you up a hat. And for those of you who are law enforcement, military, veterans, first responders, use code USA15 and get 15% off. Click the link in the description and never settle for average.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.